Do you ever have one of those moments when you feel disappointed in yourself? Because I just am experiencing that right now. Because something that I've struggled with for years, and I don't even know when it started happening and why it started happening, but I get what I guess is called the Sunday Scaries, which sounds ridiculous to me, but that's what it's called according to the internet. And it's that feeling that we get of dread or worry or anxiety that settles into our bodies typically on Sundays before we start our regular work week. And yeah, I thought I had kicked this problem to the curb, but I just started a new job and I guess it wanted to rear its ugly ass head. So the reason why I'm making this video is because if you also experience those feelings on Sunday, there's two things that I've been doing that's really helped me overcome these feelings. So number one is something that I do every day, and I talk about it all the time, and it's journaling. And specifically on Sundays, when I'm experiencing these feelings of dread, I simply go to the pages of my journal and I write down what I'm feeling, what are those specific things that I'm worried about, and I ask myself, which ones of these worries are under my control? Because then I can identify the ones that I can just let go of. Discard those ones that are not under your control. If it's somebody else's area of expertise to worry about, let them worry about it. And you focus on the things that are 100% under your power and control to influence. That's the first thing that I do, and that's already tremendously helpful. The second thing is this. In early 2026, I started using a planner. And this one is the productivity planner. You can get any old planner, but this one allows me to plan out my weeks. So I would just write down here, week of April 27th, for example. And this one's nice because it gives me this little intention for the week, which just more or less is a phrase that I want to utilize for that week. Maybe something like, this week I will move through life filled with confidence in myself, for example. But the most important thing is it allows me to write out all of the tasks that I need and or want to work on throughout that week. And then when I'm done with the week, I get a little weekly review. So that way I can figure out, what did I win at that week? What tasks did I not complete? What did I learn? And then what I want to tackle next week. And the reason why this ritual has been so helpful for me is because instead of just allowing all of those worrying thoughts, those dreadful thoughts ruminate in my mind, by putting them down on the pages of my journal, those thoughts, and then putting down the tasks that I need to tackle during the week, it allows me to take more control over what's about to take place in my work week. And of course, you don't need to have a fancy planner or a fancy journal to be able to do this. You just need pieces of paper. But for me, it's been such a tremendous benefit to my Sundays because for the most part, I move into the week with a little bit more calm in my life after I've finished this ritual. So right now, I'm about to dive into this myself so that way I can tell those Sunday scaries to buzz off. I hope this helps, but most of all, I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you haven't started journaling, just start journaling.